underscored that the voting patterns, particularly of opposition political party members, needs a lot to be desired. And on today's live broadcast, I'll be looking at why did they choose to vote in a manner they voted. Now it is public knowledge that out of the members of parliament, I'm trying to get statistics. Let me just, because I want to get proper statistics. Out of the members of parliament who voted yesterday, especially for the opposition, the Citizens Coalition for Change. This is quite important, especially for Zimbabweans. This is very, very important because it says something. It speaks something. There are MPs who did not vote, and there are MPs of CCC who did vote for ZANU PF. And maybe let me just list the names. Those who voted yes, because I see the names here. It's Basilia Magaya, Bridget Nyandoro, Charles Moyo, Consilia Chinanzwa Bana, Constance Chiwota, Diana Maricano, Francisca Ngube, Jablani Hate, Josiah Makombe, Juliana Makubire, Libion Spanda, Lungile Ngube, Melfina Kwabeni, Memory Linyani Mpolisi Sbanda, Nomatemba Ndlovu, Nomvula Mkuni, Otilia Sbanda, Prince Dube, Samantha Mureyani, Samgeli Somaseko, Sibongile Maposa, Sichelesile Mahlangu, Sikhuphukile Dube, Sithabisiwe Moyo, Sarenda Mkaoi Kulu, Susan Matsunga, Tendai Nyati, Tendeukai Matara, Thomas Muwotseri, Trustwell Chikomo, Tsungirirai Rukwabe, Vincent Sihlabo, Vivian Chitimbe. These are 35 members of parliament who did vote for ZANU PF. They are CCC members of parliament. They decided to give their votes to ZANU PF and they endorsed the illegal constitutional amendment bill number 3 of 2026. In simple terms, I'm trying now to obtain the names. It's very important also to place them on record for future references. So these ones, they sold out. It is without doubt those who voted for Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026, I can attest that if they campaigned with that message when they were being voted to be members of parliament, the people of Zimbabwe, in their overwhelming majority, in fact, they would not have made it at a party level. They could have actually been rejected at a party level. Now, there is also certain individuals. You know, it's quite interesting what is happening in Zimbabwe as we are covering this issue. But is it good now for people to intimidate? Is it good for people to then intimidate those who voted in a way they did voted? I think it's not good to intimidate. In my view, let me just check it's very important, the information that I'm looking at. Let me just do this. Yes, I think I'll get the information. Now, it's not good for us as Zimbabweans because our politics is toxic. It is not good to then go after those who did not vote according to our expectations. They are showing their true colors. They were never members of opposition. Just imagine opposition being active with such 35 MPs who chose not to put their lives on the block for choosing what is right for the people of Zimbabwe. You know, it's very important. That is an MP you would never trust in your lifetime in opposition. All those names, it's very important for them to be listed. But there are about 42 members of parliament who actually decided to say, I am going to vote no. This is the list. It's important to put it down. It's Agents Kumbo, Brian James, Python Majindu, Castu Mateo, Charlton Wende, Clifford Tlachwayo, Kopan Mazibanika, Daniel Maloleke, Darlington Chigumbu, Desire Ngala, Donald Mavunzi, Edwin Mshoriwa, Ellen Shiriedenga, Gift Mambiri, Gladys Tlachwayo, Godfrey Sitole, Godrich Chimbaira, Innocent Zwaipa, Joanna Mamombe, John Guda, Johnson Matambo, Judith Tobaiwa, Leslie Mbangwa, Love Joy Spanda, Love Mo Jimu, Lynette Karenyi, Makumire Ropafatso, Martin Mureri, Maureen Keda Mauga, Maxwell Mavunga, Metu Zubai, Minenhle Kumete, Miriam Martinenga, Mutsa Murombezi, Patrick Sakarira, Prosper Mutseyami, Rewai Nyamuronda, Richard Tswangrai, Setule Ndebele Shakespeare, Hamauswa, Shine Kwangwaba, Wellington Chikombo. So these are the members of parliament from CCC who actually did not vote. They made their voice known. And guess what? They are those who sat at the fence, who did not vote yes or vote no. They decided to sit on the fence. And this is the list. Hepmo Chidziba, Takutswa Ngadziwore, Chabulani Hatebe, Decent Bachila, Joseph Bonda, Fanuel Kumanzala or Kumanzala, I don't know, from Binga South, Sekai Marashe, Togozani Kupe. Also Togozani Kupe decided to sit on the fence. Now these are the most interesting guys. Now these are the people who did not want to be seen as associating with CCC. They equally did not want to see themselves associating with ZANU PF through CAB. They stood at the center. Remember, there were warnings that were issued by the faction of retired General Chwenga. And these people, having that knowledge, following the current affairs, you know, they were deployed through Citizens Coalition for Change. And it was clear part of the mandate they were not given is to extend their term of office. I can tell you, those who sat at the fence, it's clear why they sat at the fence. They did not want to reject CAB.3 in case Sengezo Chabang will recall them. And these are the people who take being an MP as a job, being an MP as something that brings income. And that is why they didn't want to risk income. For them, it's not about standing for the people. For them, it's not about that. For them, it's about preserving the job. You know, there are MPs who are MPs because they want employment. They cannot look for other forms of job. They went to politics as a means of survival. They cannot survive outside those peanuts that they are given as members of parliament. So they didn't want to risk actually voting for ZANU PF of Mnangagwa. There are risks associated with it. What if the threats that were made by the military becomes real? Equally so, they didn't want also to risk the recalls by Sengezo Chabang. Sengezo Chabang is still there. What if Sengezo Chabang recalls us? and these are the people who will actually know someone at the center is as good as is not there. He should not be counted in either side. They became neutral when they were expected to make a decision. In such a way, such politicians should never be trusted by the people of Zimbabwe, because these are the people you expect them to make a decision for you. Because being a parliamentarian, you stand by your decision, no matter the consequences. That's a better politician. Those who voted for ZANU PF, we know they love ZANU PF. Those who remained with CCC, we know they love CCC. Now, those who remained neutral, they are the most dangerous people. They cannot be located anywhere. To them, what matters the most is their selfish, narrow interest. And no matter what one can say, it's as simple as that. When you are supposed to make a, what if their vote could have been a decider? What if their vote carried the light of the day? It was not there. History will remember them as cowards who did not want to be seen where they are, and that person is a highly deceptive person, because on each and every side, when it matters the most, he has the answers of defending why he could not. So I saw Nelson Chamisa listing them on individuals that actually did not vote for CAB. They didn't dismiss it. They were at the center when they are in opposition. They are meant to oppose ZANU PF. They did not oppose ZANU PF. These are cowards. You don't need such people, highly compromised people. In my view, you know, in this channel we speak nothing but the truth in spite of whoever says what. But that is my piece in simple terms. And also I've seen Nelson Chamisa commented about what transpired yesterday. I just want to add it with this, because the stories of yesterday, maybe I may not revisit them. I will see. Let me just read, because it was short. I will just read it and mix it with this, because it's the former leader of Citizens Coalition for Change. These people were voted into power through his efforts. These people were voted into power through his efforts, and his what he says in this regard matters the most. Let me look at him. Right, Nelson Chamisa. I'm almost there. Let's hope my internet will go fast, because time is, I don't want, right, it's about 6 hours ago. He says, shameful betrayal. Shameful betrayal. We do not merely bear the scars of politics. We carry deep wounds. We have been severely bruised, abused, and broken by this oppressive system of tyranny. Many of our friends and relatives lost their lives because of politics, and the pain remains as profound today as it was then. Some have been abducted and disappeared without a trace. Others have been forced to sleep in unimaginable places, including the mountains, simply to survive. We, along with many others, have been arrested, persecuted, and subjected to relentless harassment. We have been left for dead after numerous assassination attempts. We've been denied opportunities, marginalized, and deprived of the resources and means necessary to improve our lives. Food and government support or opportunities have been politicized and weaponized. We have been excluded, humiliated, robbed, and exploited continuously, day after day, season after season. And after all this, some choose to align themselves with and support the very oppressors and the persecutors responsible for our suffering, all for money, personal benefits, and the desire to illegally remain in this illegitimate parliament. The citizens are the ultimate parliament and shall determine the direction of our great country. To you, oppressors and your sidekicks, stop it or be stopped. change can't be delayed or denied any longer. That is Nelson Chamisa. So in simple terms, those who voted for ZANU PF and those who were in the fence, they're just the same as ZANU PF. Because when they were needed to make a decision, some could not because they want the job. Some actually showed their true colors. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Wakanqobo Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live.